Hello everyone, Big Dog here, back from a short break. Been away in Thailand, back in the UK for a few days, so I wanted to make a video as it's been a couple of weeks. Excuse me. So very quickly, just my news, I now have max heroes once again, 45, 45, 20. I'm also max defense apart from walls, so just now back to plugging walls, which has actually sped up quite a lot. Now they've reduced the cost of these level 11 walls, so ploughing through those, which is nice. So today, the video I'm going to make, right, viewer discretion advised. The words meta and the words OP will be used in this video. Probably the two most overused words in Clash. But credit to King Greenhouse podcast, who actually told me that meta is an acronym standing for most effective tactic available, which makes a lot of sense because the actual word meta doesn't make any sense in the context it was being used, but as an acronym it does. So shout out to those guys. If you don't listen to their podcast, it's one of the best podcasts on Clash, in my opinion. They actually talk about the game, which is novel. Hosted on Clash Files server stroke podcast, so you can find them there. Well worth a listen. But what I wanted to talk about today got me thinking really what that means, most effective tactic available. And this might be a bit controversial, I don't know. I'm going to try and keep this a relatively short video to me, and as Halligan nicely pointed out, there's anything under half an hour for me, as I do like to talk, as he told me. So I'm just going to use one of our last wars to illustrate this point. So let's have a look at this base first of all that I hit with my engineered 11. What's it got? It's just under 20 heroes, right? So meta, most effective tactic available, right? When the meta was mass miners, okay, and if you could, and you couldn't on all bases, but if you could just drop all your miners, dump in your spells and your heroes, and 3-star a base, that is what you should do, right? That is what you should be doing and nothing else, because it's the most effective tactic available. It's the least skilled attack available. Now that's the fault of Supercell, not the attacker, right? Anything else introduces higher risk, something that could go wrong and might not result in a 3-star. If you don't use the meta, then you are a bad attacker for your clan. You're trying to introduce skill and flair and show off, essentially. So there's two things, right? I'm talking about that mass miners. One, if you can 3-star a base just by dropping the miners, the base is shit. The guy hasn't redesigned his base. He's not protecting against a mass miner attack. It's the defender's fault, right? And there's a lot of lazy defenders in this game. Way too many. It's one of the most important parts of the game, and something that I really enjoy, working out what works, tweaking stuff, and trying to defend against the meta. Make it harder for the attacker, make them use a more skilled attack than just ploughing in miners, right? So miners are gone, as we know. The meta now is undoubtedly air, right? And again, a lot of people are saying, oh, you can't defend against these, spammy air attacks, Pentaloon, etc., etc. It's absolute horseshit. You really can. You've just got to think about it. You still see bases with black bombs outside. Bring them back. Put them by the AD. You have unprotected queens. You have shit CCs that don't trigger with air attacks. You still have idiots using Hound Loon in their CC. I mean, how many times do you have to watch your base getting wrecked by air to understand that a Hound and a Loon do not trigger from an air attack? I mean, it's basics. And you've still got people with their expos on the ground. Right? These guys deserve to get raped by spammy quad loon attacks, right? So the first thing I do when I look at a base is, what is the simplest strategy to get 3-star? Because that's what I should be using, not what I'm most comfortable with. What is going to get the 3-star here? Right, now if we look at this base, like I said, all 3 expos grounded, okay? The spread of the ADs here and here are really suited to Pentaloon, because the hounds are going to come in and they're going to path nicely outwards, shielding the loons as they come through. The CC's easily triggerable. I could put one loon in here as I do to see what's in it. He's got an air CC. So there's no need to waste any more troops on the CC. Queen is the only kind of unknown quantity, but there's a number of ways you can kill her, either with scaly spells or just rage the pups and they'll kill her pretty quickly. So this base is a shit base, identified as a Pentaloon target, and that's what happens. So we'll just run the attack. As you can see, low level heroes, fairly low level troops apart from the max loons for 11. One loon in, see what's in the CC. He's got either Hound Loom or Golem Loom, some shit CC that's not going to trigger by air. So from that point, you can just start the attack. Got 4 hounds in, horseshoe loons down. I've got 3 scaly spells because I was going to use for the CC kill, but I can just drop all of those on the queen, rage that up. Scaly spells start killing her. Pups are going to finish her off. She's dead. No longer a threat. Rage in the core. First 4 hounds are dead. Remember, I've only got level 3 hounds. Back end hound comes in. Now the loons actually path away from that hound, so I drop the heroes to stop that hound getting unnecessarily popped. I want the queen to come in and take out the AD, so the hound can come over and cover for these loons that are clumped up on the other side. He now goes across, but they're already targeting that pack of loons. Doesn't really matter, they come through and take out the AD anyway. And the archer tower, but yeah, as you can see, the base is already wrecked without that hound popping. I think it may pop. We'll fast forward it because, as you can see, using the correct meta, and it's down to Supercell that to correct this. That it's not the most skilled attack. There's a few things that can go wrong with it, but that's why you use it, because it's the simplest way to get 3 stars, having identified that it's a shit base. And the reason it's the simplest way is the defender has done a bad job of setting up his base. If you see someone get Pentaloon as a 10 in your clan, don't sit there and say, oh, air's OP, you can't defend against it. Look at their base and see what they've done, because believe me, it's easy to defend. And people that say that you can't defend it don't understand the game. It's that simple. Right. Semi-rant over. The second thing is I want to show they had the same base as their number 1 and their number 2. Number 1 was a lot stronger. These are both Town Hall 11s. So I hit this with my 11 and got an 11 on 11 3-star. Again, using air. But on the second attack, I got a no star on the same base. So I want to show you the base and talk about why that was. So this base, again, you look at it, CC is potentially easily triggerable. Arguably, the queen can be killed fairly easily, but it's a ring base, and I didn't really like the look of it for just a straight up Pentaloon. I thought it was lower risk to bring a kill squad, okay? So here, the meta, the most effective attack available, isn't just a spam penta. The guy's done a good enough job to make me think I need to come in with a kill squad. But look at the value I can get from my kill squad. If I can get an Inferno, potentially 2 ADs and the CC, that's a good trade, for a portion of my army. I'll take that all day long. That only leaves me the Eagle and 2 ADs to get. Guy doesn't have grounded. He's got 1 grounded expo. Is that grounded? No, that's ground and air. Ground and air, ground and air. So this guy is better defended against air. We don't know what's in the CC. So let's have a look and see how the attack plays out. And again, remember, base 1 is exactly the same. This was a 3-star, base 1 was a no star. So let's pause quickly again, have a look at the army that I elect to use here. Only 18 loons and only 3 hounds. I've got a hound in CC. But what I've over-invested, you might say, on the kill squad. I've invested heavily on the kill squad because the kill squad has to work. If the kill squad doesn't work, then the attack's no bueno. It's not going to happen. So I have got 6 bowlers, 3 giants, 2 baby drags. All of this is kill squad stuff, and I'm using both heroes as well. I really need to invest in this funnel to get all of what I'm looking to do down. And then the loons, if that works, the loon portion really should just be academic. So a couple of baby drags to help create the funnel. I actually wanted that second one to start on the gold mine, but not a major drama. He comes across. Jump spell, again, security here, not using wall breakers, just to make sure they don't go wrong. Wall breaker failed again, kill squad is dead, it's not worth it for the sake of one spell when I've got 6. So everything goes in nicely, early ability, CC is a sensible one, drags, minions, loons, poison down there. Now I've got 1 AD down, King is on the 2nd AD, that goes down, CC's down, Queen's down, and Inferno Tower's down. At this point, very confident that this is at least going to be a pretty safe 2. So just waiting now to use the Queen's ability and start the air portion. So 1 hound in and target loons on defences. There's quite a lot of defences there, so go fairly heavy with the loons. And drop a rage to encourage them in. 2nd hound into the same AD. And again, fairly defense heavy, so quite a few loons. Now using haste to bring those around. Now look what I do with the Skelly spell here. The Skelly spell is because I didn't know if I could push for 3 or have to go for 2. So what I'm doing is once that side of the base is cleared out, as it is now, I can drop Skelly spells on that town hall. There you go. They're going to take down that town hall unperturbed to secure the 2. Now it's all about whether I've got the juice for the 3. Still quite a lot of loons up. And not many defense, only 3 defense. And only 1 targeting air defense left, which is the Wiz Tower. Skelly's still doing work on the town hall. And as Wiz Tower goes down. And now it's just a question of watching the clock. Pretty good spread on pups and loons and Skellies here. A couple of minions, or a minion to help clean up. Yeah, there is a 11 on 11 triple. Can be done quite easily, again, if you use the correct meta. So, interestingly, base 1, exactly the same layout, strange thing to do. But let's have a look at what went wrong on my 2nd attack, which was on, just to show kind of small margins of error. So I'll stop it. So this is a fully maxed base. So obviously it's slightly different now. The other difference is, and I actually forgot about this, this Inferno Tower is on single rather than multi. So heroes going in here, you really got to watch them, because as soon as this targets the heroes, you've got to use the ability. They're going to die pretty quickly. So that was 1 error. I forgot. Bad scouting. I had noted it when I first scouted the base, but forgot when I went in. The second thing is, I dropped my king just slightly too far towards this side, and he walks down here. He doesn't go in. And that's fatal. And you'll see what happens. Once the funnel part doesn't work, raid's over. Exactly the same base, same army, same deployment. Queen actually comes outside there. Could have done a king swap, but I've already got the kill squad army. Jump, arguably again, maybe a little bit too far to the south. Giants down, whiz behind, boulders, and then there, just as I dropped the king, I knew he was a little bit too far to the south. Now I'm kind of panicking and distracted because I can see the king's walking. I'm not concentrating. I use the Warden's ability as the CC comes out. I'm not really looking at my queen here. She's targeted. By the time I see her health dropping, too late. Didn't get to use the ability. See, the Inferno was nearly dead. King is now dead as well. Drag is still up. Total panic mode now. I know this is a dud. Nothing I can really do. The only adjustment I really make is just throw everything in at the first AD. So put the CC down as well. Both hands in, just trying to clear enough to maybe get 2. Dropping all my spells as well. just to try and help stuff through, but it's not going to happen. The drag is making easy work of my loons. Hounds now get split from the pack, and they're going to die. There's no supporting loons over there. Drop the skellies on the town hall, but again, the drag's alive, comes across and takes them down. And there's still 2 expos up, so that's not going to work. And yeah, that's how quickly it can go wrong. The reason it went wrong is the kill squad didn't work. 2 expos still up, AD still up, Inferno Tower, and CC not killed. So that's the importance of the funnel. And when we talk about meta, I couldn't quadroloon this base, pentaloon this base. So it forced me to use a kill squad, which needs more skill. And as you can see, the skill was lacking on this particular attack, and it was a fail. So when we're talking about meta as a defending player, using your defense, understand what the meta is, right? Pentaloon, most simple, least skilled air attack, and defend against it. Force them to use a kill squad, and that introduces more skill, more risk of error, the more likelihood that something like this is going to happen, and you're going to secure a no-star defense for your clan. That's it. Quick video. I'm off again to Miami next week, so not sure when the next one will be. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.